The EU is insisting that the Iran nuclear deal remain unchanged. The bloc's foreign policy chief made that announcement after talks in Brussels between UK, France, Germany, and Iran. That is despite Donald Trump pulling the US out of the agreement.
The agreement is, as you know very well, complex enough, long enough, detailed enough, doesn't need to be changed, modified, or have any addition. Everything is already written there.
I hope to be able to make a deal with them, a good deal, a fair deal, a good deal for them, better for them, better for them. But we cannot allow them to have nuclear weapons.
In a press statement following the hours of negotiations, the EU foreign policy chief said that the parties relevant to these talks have decided that they're going to keep working on the full implementation of the Iran nuclear deal that she called a diplomatic breakthrough. In fact, she compared the parties at the negotiation table having joked that this deal is a relative that they all have that's in intensive care that they want to get out of the hospital. And of course, this comes in somewhat of the contradiction from signs we have seen from the US that have on one side said that they might be implementing sanctions against European countries if they continue to work with Iran.
Is the US prepared to go after companies in our allies like Britain, France, and Germany if they try to continue to do business?
The sanctions regime that is now in place is very clear about what the requirements are.
Europeans are going to face the effect of U.S. sanctions, already are really. Why would any business, why would the shareholders of any business want to do business with the world's central banker of international terrorism?
All of this comes with the United States having said that they're no longer seeing this deal as a good one, and Trump announcing on May 8th that the U.S. does not want to be part of this deal anymore. And the concern here in Brussels and in Europe has been the way with which this could potentially affect the economic and trade relationships between EU countries and, of course, Iran. And it's been made clear that China, Russia, France, Germany, and Great Britain are committed to sticking to this deal that was first signed back in 2015 and came into force into 2016 and was seen as a major breakthrough given how many years it took to work out, with the goal, of course, of lifting the punishing sanctions against Iran and in return getting the halting of its nuclear program that had been a concern for the Western world for so many years. So now the plan here in Brussels is to continue working to ensure that this deal continues to function. Reporting from Brussels, Anastasia Churkina for RT.
Well, European powers agreed to protect firms who suffer as a result of those sanctions. But despite defending Iran, the UK Foreign Secretary Boris Johnson earlier gave a very different message in the British Parliament.
We might conceivably achieve regime change at some stage in the near future, but I cannot with any confidence say that that would be a change for the better.
What the Americans seem to want to do is, as they've done in previous times in Iraq, for instance, is use sanctions to try and weaken the regime in order to bring about an agenda of regime change. The Americans are really now policing the Europeans, using the threat of sanctions to say, no, you're not going to do this. You're not going to help Iran. We are going to beggar the Iranian economy and hopefully bring down the Islamic Republic.